Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back today, and we're going to be specifically talking about Mississippi. And there, in the state of Mississippi, we are going to be specifically looking at, in this case, I would say, very iconic results because never has in a very long time has Mississippi climbed up to 60% for the Republican candidate. So you may be wondering, when was the last time Mississippi has climbed so high for Republicans? Well, let's take a look. 61% of the vote went to Donald Trump. Going through the results here, you're going to see the last time that happened it's not even George Bush era, even in 1992, 1996. The last time, in this case, where a Republican got 60% of the popular vote in Mississippi was in 1984. That's how big it is. And the reason why it took so long for Republicans to regain that 60% momentum was the African-American vote, okay? Ronald Reagan took a respectable amount of African-American voters. You'll see the black belt along the Mississippi River, that has been broken. You'll see there are some counties that branched out in favor for Republicans that are mainly in black majority here. Let's see, and I'll tell you, we didn't expect this, honestly. We didn't expect this county to go for Trump. We had Warren County for Trump. Well, we'll have to see what we predicted. North Star elections. Let's see what we had in favor for, of course, Trump here. So, going all the way down, we're going to go ahead and basically take a look here. Okay. And our results, there's Michigan, there's Minnesota. Mississippi's we did Mississippi early and we weren't supposed to, but this is what we predicted. We predicted that Donald Trump would retain 58% of the popular vote. This guy's right. Far too much blue, and he was correct. Shout out to him. There was too much blue in this said map, and obviously we had a lot of counties go for Donald Trump. We had the idea, though. We had the idea that Kamala Harris would lose some counties in the Black Belt, despite Democrats doing somewhat well in the 2023 election. That's because a conservative, Mr. Presley, was actually the Democrat nominee. That meant that a lot of these counties, blue areas, these called the Black Belt, they're kind of saying, oh, this is an excuse to vote Republican this time, because once again, a lot of these African Americans are guilty. They feel guilty about voting for Democrats, because we got to remember, a lot of these African Americans are conservative Baptists, but then again, they have been longtime members of the Democrat Party, and they don't necessarily like what's going on in the Democrat Party. So what they do? They have this sort of, they're bent between different sides. You'll see this county right here, these two counties, they tend to go back and forth between the Republican and Democratic parties. But ultimately, what we saw in this case was in the 2023 gubernatorial election in Mississippi, we ended up seeing the Democrat counties, the African-American counties, go for Brandon Presley, because then again, the argument was, hey, you know what? I'm a Democrat, lifelong registered Democrat, and a lot of white individuals, older white men in Mississippi, were registered Democrats, and they want to return to the party. And they say, hey, look, Brandon Presley, he doesn't counter my views, my conservative views. He's a conservative. He's pro-life. And he's a Democrat, so we're going to go and vote for him. So that's pretty much, and you could also say Tate Reeves' popularity was also, of course, a reason why he was, he's the most unpopular governor in the said country and in a red state. And you would think, oh, he would lose just like Republicans did in 2019, but that wasn't the case in said Kentucky. But Yeah, Mississippi is actually more conservative compared, more liberal compared to Kentucky, surprisingly. So this is what we were. This was what our results were. Harris, of course, we predicted that Harris would win the black belt, and did she ended up winning the black belt? Yes, she did. She lost a lot of counties in the black belt, but vote wise, she still managed to do pretty well there. So this is what we had it look. This is what we were going in expecting it to look like compared to the actual results. Okay, so and it's sad that, well, I wouldn't say it's sad. It's just Mississippi has always been like this. You have eastern Mississippi, western Mississippi, very blue, very very blue, and that's because of the African American vote. And I mean, Mississippi is the number one state with the most African Americans. You know, the left demonizes Mississippi a lot. Oh, Mississippi! Such a racist state! Ban abortion! Blah, blah, blah. Well, you're talking smack about the most African American state in the country. You know, Donald Trump gets talked down by the left and gets ridiculed for calling Detroit a garbage city, even though Detroit's not the most African American city. It doesn't even have a black majority. It does have a good amount of African Americans. But then again, not you would say Philadelphia, because Philadelphia has actually a black majority, along with Atlanta would be a better example. But Detroit, and they cry racism? You'll see the hypocrisy here. Then they talk trash about Mississippi, which has the most African Americans in the country. And this map, of course, which basically is all the black African American counties, we can even pull up a Wiki Commons map to prove. I'm sure you all believe me, but to better understand, we can take a look at this projection map. Okay. Racial. Uh-oh. It's just Mississippi. Racial. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you'll see this map is not too different from this map right here. Our post. You'll see, looking at the racial and demographic map, then again, this could be outdated. Okay, this is 2017. We need the updated version, and it's not so different, actually. This is the 2022 estimation. Yeah, look at that, guys. Not too different. You'll see pretty much 90% of every blue county in Mississippi is an African-American county. You'll see this county is white, even though it went for Harris. You got this county, African-American. I mean, there's a lot of red counties that are, of course, in this case, for, said Trump and all that stuff, like Warren County, Vicksburg, that's African-American county. I didn't know that. But you know there's a lot of, the white minority is pretty strong there. But this is pretty much what we predicted it would look like. Now, comparing it to the actual results, what did we get right? Now, our theory was, yeah, Trump would win Warren County, even though Warren County, which holds Vicksburg, voted for Brandon Presley by quite a lot in the said gubernatorial election last year. That's why Mississippi was probably a very close race. A lot of African Americans came out and voting in favor for him. Then again, Reeves wasn't that much popular. In fact, a lot of white Republicans ended up turning against him. So, I mean, Brandon Presley also got a lot of MAGA voters. I mean, this guy is not a Democrat. He is pretty much a Republican, Brandon Presley. I mean, I wouldn't be mind if he won. I mean, I wouldn't be upset at all because he's a conservative. He is a conservative. He has been described as an FDR, Billy McCoy Democrat. And of course, Billy McCoy is, of course, a conservative. One of the conservative minorities in the Democrat Party. And the Democrat Party in Mississippi is pretty centrist, big tent, moderate. But yes, conservative views. And of course, being related to Elvis Presley helped him a lot. But of course, this was a close race. going forward. But we're talking about the 2024 race. What were we right and what were we wrong about? Well, we were wrong about this county right here. We were wrong about this county. And we were wrong about this county. So we got 3 counties we were wrong about. That white Caucasian county ended up going for Harris. This county went for Trump. Interesting. So we got 4 counties. We were on the right track, but 4 counties went to for Trump, which we had projected to go to Harris. We were on the right track. We actually had this county go for Trump. We were right about that. I'm trying to find those county names too. Mississippi counties. Mississippi counties. Okay, so I believe it is called Pike County. Pike County, yeah, it's been a long time Democrat county, voting for Democrats since 2008. For the first time, it voted Republican in 4 consecutive election cycles, which was amazing. So we were right about that. We had projected that that county would go for Republicans. There was another county that we projected would go to Republicans, and we were right about, and that was, I believe it was Jasper County. Let's see. Yes, Jasper County ended up going to Trump, even though Trump lost it barely in 2020. You'll see this county is not the biggest Republican county throughout its history. It voted Republican only a few times. Like in 1964, 92%. That was because of in protest of Lyndon B. Johnson's pro-civil rights views. 1978, it voted 78% for Nixon. 1984, 54%. 1988, 51%. And then 2000, 51% for Bush. So, yeah, Jasper County, we were right, fortunately. And those were the counties we were actually saying, yeah, these counties right here, we're just going to highlight them here, would go for Trump. Seeing how little these counties barely went to Biden by. Looking here, I think I clicked the wrong one. Yes, I clicked the wrong one. Yes, so yeah, we were saying, yeah, these counties in light red would go for Trump inevitably, along with Warren County. I keep forgetting to color Warren County. We're right about that. Warren County was more liberal compared to these 2 counties in the light red. But at the end of the day, we were right about the 3 counties, but wrong about 4 counties that we thought would go to Kamala Harris. But as a result, they ended up going for Trump. But anyway, like always, I have to say it. We want that to happen. We want Trump to overperform our expectations because that means the Republican Party's going in the right direction. We absolutely support that. So what do you guys think in regards to our analysis today? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.